Our next guest reports to NFL training camp later on today, but first, he joins us to talk about the season and his new VC firm launching today, Fuse Venture Partners. Super Bowl champ, six-time Pro Bowler Bobby Wagner is with us today. Bobby, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. It's great to see you.
Good morning. Appreciate you having me on.
I want to talk about the season, obviously, but in terms of VC work, you are no stranger to this environment. You've worked with Andreessen Horowitz. You've had investments go public. Tell us about Fuse Venture Partners and why you think now is the time.
Fuse is a venture firm that, myself, Kellen, Cameron, John, and Sapir decided to form. I think it's just really important right now because there's a lot of interesting, innovating software companies coming out of Seattle, and we feel like we're not really capturing that in Seattle. So we feel like this VC will be able to capture that and provide a unique opportunity for them, as well as unique outreach to help build their company, to help expand their company.
Yep, it is Seattle focused. In terms of industry or space or type of disruption, is there a common thread behind the projects you'll be looking at?
Yeah, we feel like Seattle is one of the most innovative and disruptive tech spaces around, and we feel like we can really capture a lot of the companies that come out of Seattle. We feel like a lot of the companies feel like they have to go down to the Bay Area to get the money that they need to build their business, and we don't believe that's true. And we're here to make sure that the companies in Seattle don't leave Seattle.
Bobby, great to have you. It's John Fort. Now, it just so happens I was talking to Manny Medina just yesterday of Outreach, a unicorn based there in Seattle. He's a Latino founder, and he said exactly what you just said, that it was sort of like you had to know the right people in Seattle to enter that very narrow investor group. He went down to the Bay Area to raise. How are you going to change that culture? Is it a matter of holding events? How are you going to create that deal flow and kind of put your banner out, change the culture around VC in Seattle?
I think it's a matter of just hosting events. I think it's a matter of just making sure the companies knows that we're out here. I think Kellen and Cam are doing a great job sourcing. So a lot of the deals they have seen, we'll do a better job of making sure that the companies out there feel, the presence of the VC firms. And I feel like that's our job, to go out there and win the best deals. And we plan on winning every deal moving forward, and the companies will know that.
Hey, Bobby, Deirdre Bozick here. I'm going to ask you another VC question, though my husband's a big Seahawks fan, so I'm sure he'd like me to ask a sports one. I wanted to get your broad thoughts on the state of startups and private markets right now. It's certainly been an interesting year. You had WeWork's big rise and subsequent fall, SoftBank and Masasan's valley of coronavirus. How are they looking to you right now? Frothy, or do you think that there's a lot of opportunity right now?
I think there's a lot of opportunity right now. I think, around 2008, when there was a big crash, I think there was a lot of companies that spin out to start some, life-changing companies, because I feel like it kind of weeds out the group that's just trying to get into the business, but the people that are actually serious about making a real change. I feel like this is one of those times. I think a lot of people are going to really lock in and really try to, think about ways that they can affect the world moving forward. But also, the way that COVID kind of hit, I think a lot of companies are going to think about any potential pandemic. Hopefully we don't have another one, but any potential pandemic coming, if their company will be able to sustain or withstand that. And, I feel like tech is a way to go.
Bobby, as far as the season goes, we know about the postponements of these Major League Baseball games. Patrick Chung just said he's going to opt out for the season. You've retweeted Bruce Irvin, who said, "I want to play, but we need the NFL to step up and create a safe work environment for us all." I mean, how comfortable are you going into today?
Today will be our first day going into the building. So I think, our first day getting testing. But I think Seattle has done an amazing job of making sure that they can provide the safest environment they possibly can. I trust, Seattle and everybody, Coach Carroll and those guys. And so it's just something that we got to learn. I think it's an interesting time. A lot of guys are opting out for different reasons, whether they have, family that they have to take care of and things of that nature. And, I think, a lot of us, we want to play. We just want to make sure that, it's as safe as it possibly can be, because we understand that we are the people that are taking the risk. We're putting our body on the lines. We always put our body on the lines, but it's even more crazy this go around. So I trust Seattle. I'm looking forward to seeing, what they have in store. And I think we just have to be disciplined with how we go about this season. We're not going to be able to do a lot of the things that we normally able to do. Us not being in the bubble, things of that nature. But I think the guys can have, a lot of discipline to be able to get this done.
Yeah. The past couple of weeks, as some of the guidelines have come out, I mean, a lot of people have been shaking their head like, what do you mean we have these restrictions in the locker room after when we've spent, 2 or 3 hours on the field with one another? Do the guidelines to you make sense?
I think a couple of those guidelines that came out weren't, they were more so being talked about. They weren't agreed upon. I think one of the ones you're talking about is we couldn't exchange jerseys after the game. And I think a lot of guys were confused, if you can hit somebody and be around somebody for 3 hours, what is 2 more minutes? And so that's not the case. There's a lot of guidelines that, you really have to play out. You don't understand how it's going to play out until you start playing games, until you start traveling. So I think the NFL and NFLPA did the best job that they could. And I feel like it's up to the players to really, be conscious of everything and really be smart about this.
Yeah. Finally, do you feel as healthy as you felt going into any other prior season? Have workouts been an impediment so far?
I feel amazing. This time off has been great. I've been able to really chill with my family, really work out consistently, and give my body a big rest. And so I'm excited for the season. I feel extremely healthy, and I'm looking forward to getting out there and bringing the championship back to Seattle.
Yeah, we can't wait to watch. Bobby, congrats on Fuse Venture Partners. Incredibly exciting, and best in the season. Hope to talk to you at some point down the road.
Thank you. Love to be back home, hopefully after 10 wins.